Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In today's video, we're going to be ranking if we like these new Topps cards or not. So it's a twist on cardboard consensus, where we're ranking them 1 through 5. 1, we hate it. 5, we like it. 4, 5, 6 new cards or 6 revisited cards that Topps is doing. In this episode, you have me as Scott, we have Jeff, we have Chris, and we have Phil. Guys, it's good to see you. So let's just jump right into this. So the very first card, ready, is going to be 2025 Bowman Crystallized. We have not discussed this in the group chat yet. What do we think on 2025 Bowman Crystallized? This is like the Color Blast equivalent in Bowman Chrome. All right.
Are these inserts in they're going to be in like the first Bowman product, or they're going to be saved for the summer Bowman Chrome?
It's in the product coming out right now.
Okay.
All right. 1, you hate it. 5, you love it. 3, 2, 1, go. I like it.
Yeah, I think they look cool.
Let's hear it.
We were talking about this being included and how it's really rare. The base version of this is very rare. It's hobby only. It seemed like they were setting this up to be the big insert chase in Bowman and probably Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft 2, I'm guessing. So I was a little bit let down. I give it a 1.5 because I like how the players are popping. A little bit of like that etching. It looks like a little bit three-dimensional, like there's a real like layered background behind them. I was hoping for a little bit more than like the Color Blast thing. It looks really arbitrary, the design behind them. Is that like, is that some sort of like wave action going on? Like
the stone cut in half.
Yeah, it's the inside of a crystal, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, like an amethyst that you would find at the Learning Express store. They still have those in the mall. I mean, we were talking about how they might have leveraged the same technology as the liquid design that they put into whatever it is, definitive or transcendent, whatever product they put that in. Diamond Icons, I think.
Icons, yeah.
Yeah. And that was wishful thinking. I mean, those are really expensive products to sell, and they can afford to put like really nice technology, I guess, in the more expensive products than they can in Bowman. So that's fine. I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit let down. Maybe it's more like a 3 if I was already in my head thinking that this would be awesome.
Okay. Jeff, you were close to Phil's rating. I think you were 2, weren't you?
Yeah, I went with 2. I like the design a little bit. The Phil's broken amethyst. I do like that, but I just find myself comparing it to something that I really like the in flagship, just the borderless cards. What do they call them again? The
True Photos.
True Photos.
Photo. Yeah, I find it comparing it to something like that, and I would rather see just a borderless image of the player on the field, like those True Photos, rather than just all this space filled up with this mineral. So I like the idea. I like that Phil said it's rare, so that's a bonus in my book. Maybe it's worth something worth hunting for, but I just don't know. I just think this is a little bit used up with all of the Color Blast stuff and the blank canvas looks, and they just try to put one thing behind there. I don't know. Not a big fan.
All right, Chris, you were a fan.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 instead of a 5. I think they look great. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 is because I want there to be more variation.
Dude,
Like,
we have the same wavelength today. We're on the same page in every episode so far.
Yeah, the Dodgers and Nationals shouldn't have the same colors behind them.
I agree with that.
Those should be different. I want to see more variation, but I like how these look. I'm kind of excited to see one in person.
Yeah, I think they're great. I think they're fun to look at, which Topps has tried other stuff similar to these, and they were not fun to look at. I think these are cool. And maybe it's because I'm a rock guy from my
It looks like it would fit right in with the cosmic ideas. Planets, rocks.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I think it's a good attempt from Topps. I mean, I gave it a 5. I think it's right when I look at it, I think it's cool. Most of the reception I saw online was positive, which is rare for anything baseball card related. So I don't know. I do agree 1000% with Chris, though. I think they should have made it more color matchy. Like they should have, for Rocky's player, made it more purple. You know, I think the Caglione looks cool because it has the yellow and blue, the gold matching his KC uniform. I think that's cool. So anyways, I just want
to go back real quick. Scott said he likes these maybe because he was a rock guy from his youth. Could you expand on that for a moment?
Oh, yeah. We used to go rock hunting. Then we got a rock tumbler, and we used to put those in the rock tumbler and shine them all up. And then I remember where we lived in Idaho, you could find the obsidian, like the big chunks of obsidian.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you could break those in the sidewalk, and they were super cool and like super sharp. I don't know. I've always liked rocks since I was a kid. We used to collect them. I guess I was always a collector.
Yeah, I was
always
gonna say you
a
got the collecting gene in you.
you got to ask Kaylin about that. She'll 1000% agree with you. I have so
I'd like
many.
to see what they look like in person.
Yeah.
I
That'll
think we're
be
gonna.
interesting. How much shine will come off these?
Yeah,
These
I want
are
to. Yeah, I want to know like what
obviously
the
chrome
refraction
cards.
is gonna look like. Yeah.
It'd be cool if they could make like the crystals shine, like this outer layer. If they could somehow do that for if it's not this kind for future cards, I don't know. They're cool.
And I think there's variations too. This might be the base one.
Oh,
but
there's parallels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are also parallels of these. A couple different parallels.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I wish there wasn't.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Does that mean like is the Caglione potentially the gold parallel, and that's why there's like gold behind him?
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe
I don't
those
like
are
that.
reds.
Why don't we just have short prints? Have 25 copies each of these players, and that's it. Why is Topps so obsessed with making parallels of short prints? I don't get it.
I don't like it.
Thumbs down.
Yep.
All right, next card. You guys ready? 2025 Topps Heritage Real One Chrome autographs. These are new in 2025 Topps Heritage. They are a play on the Real One autographs, but they decided, you know what? You know what everybody loves when we make everything chrome. So they did. There's only 10 players in the checklist, and they're Real One Chrome autographs. Interestingly, they did not put the shadow box behind the card like they do on regular Topps Chrome to match the Topps Heritage design. Do you like these or hate these? 3, 2.
Which one's what?
Yeah, which one's what?
Which one's? Oh, one's bad, 5's. I love it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
I guess I'm gonna put a 4 up there.
I say 1.
Oh, Scotty and Chris are off the same wavelength.
Yeah, we're off the
Chris
wave.
knew I was going to vote 1, and I was getting a little bit too chummy last time, so he's like, "I'm going to vote the opposite." What do you think, Jeff?
I went back and forth, really good or really bad. Jeff, you go first.
All right. A couple issues with this. Maybe it's because I like the way that the autos look on the paper card so much. But to me, even these 3 examples they showed, the autos are lost in it to me. They're lost, or they look kind of sloppy or too thick, or I don't know. They're just not. They don't stand out to me the way they do on the regular Heritage. So to me, it's a completely unnecessary ad. That's why it's my one.
They look like in-person autographs. They don't look like Topps Pat pulled autographs. Look like I got that signed by Ben Rice at the Yankees game. And on top of that, why are we doing chrome autographs in Heritage? Why is that a necessary thing ever? Real One autographs are some of the best autographs. Why do we need chrome variants? I don't see a need for it in any way. Nobody was asking for it. Nobody was looking for it. We already had a great parallel in the Red Ink autograph. We don't need chrome autographs in Heritage. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I'm changing my vote down to a 1. You guys, I was waffling. I liked how these look, but they're completely unnecessary. Like Heritage is getting way too chromy. Like I don't know why. I understand the matching of parallels from flagship to chrome. Like I get that, but Heritage has been its own side thing. Set collectors love it because it's weird and it's different. There's just no reason to make the golds out of 50, and certainly no reason to give us chrome autos. It's not a chrome auto set. It's not that kind of product. So yeah, I'm changing to a 1, and we don't need these. Sorry, Phil. I'll leave you on your own.
Well, maybe I'll change my score too. I will say that when I was looking at these, I was thinking about this more from the standpoint at the current moment when you asked the question of somebody who was opening the product. And when we open products like this, even though it's not known for having a lot of chromium, you really are one of the cards you're hunting for, realistically expecting to get a good player of or rookie of, is going to be that numbered to whatever it is, 569 refractor, the black that's numbered to something close to 70. And those are some of the nicest looking cards in the product. So like in a vacuum, to me, the in-person auto thing, like, I don't know. I think these cards look pretty cool, even though they're unlike anything we've seen before. But if you look at it from the standpoint of, I'm a singles collector and I collect a lot of red inks or Real One autographs, blue inks from Heritage, and you're worried about cannibalization and just confusion and the forward path for these cards and the hierarchy of autographs in this product, yeah, I'm going to give it a 1. So somewhere between a 1 and a 4.
2.5.
I will say, go ahead, Jeff.
I'm surprised, given the fact they wanted to expand the number of hits, right? I'm kind of surprised in a good way that they didn't take the red ink autos and make, say, like orange ink autos out of 159 or green ink autos out of 299 on the paper cards. that's the direction I thought they would head when adding more autographs. So I'm glad they didn't do that and they went this way, but I think both are completely unnecessary.
Yeah, Phil, I need you to edit out what Jeff just said because we don't need anyone from Topps hearing that and thinking that, hey, that's a great idea. But how many color markers can we get autographs of? Ugh.
Yeah, when I said my comment, I know the numbering schemas have changed for Chrome parallels. I was more thinking about like the old Heritage. I know it's completely different now, right?
Yeah.
And that's another path we could take this in. I don't know if you have a question lined up, but maybe that's where you're going next, Scott. The red number to 5.
The red.
No, you're not
Out of
talking about
Heritage?
it.
No. I was going to say something that I forgot, so it's no problem.
All right. So yeah, there's way more Chromes in Topps Heritage now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're valuable or good. You're going to get more hits, but they're not going to be like good hits. It's all like really manipulative and clever in what they did. And it's frustrating to me because a buddy of mine who opens a lot of product didn't mind spending more money on, he didn't mind the Heritage boxes jumping. He still ripped like 5 of them. He's like, oh, these boxes were, his own words, loaded. And then he started describing to me what he got, what his hits were, and there's nothing. Like it seems it's shiny, so it seems good, but it just isn't. When there's more shiny things, that means they're actually, they're not all going to be good. So still, only those black refractors are probably now like the number one thing to pull out of Heritage.
Spoiler alert: Raptor is the friend Chris is talking about.
It's just, I feel like Topps is kind of playing a game with people, and it's working.
My concern, this was a 10-card checklist. I think this was like a test. So if it goes over well, we're going to see a 60-card checklist. And then regular paper autographs are going to be worthless again. And it's just like, there's a lesson here. Here's a card. This is a 2003 Bowman's Best Larry Walker red out of 50. You think that's valuable, right? I paid like $8-10 for it. It's PSA 7, doesn't help. This is the route we're going. And there wasn't even that many parallels back in this time compared to what it is today. Like these cards, like what's going to be worth anything? And I think doing this just devalues the few things that had value. So I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I wish the golds were still out of 5. That was like their special thing, their niche Heritage gold thing. But
I don't know why they don't just change it. Talk to the guy. Talk to your friend.
We'll have to get him back on Blab and Jeff and just chastise him until they agree to make another change.
All right. Next card. Dugout peaks. How do we like these? These are obviously something we've seen it before. But how do we feel about dugout peaks? Vote in 3, 2, 1, go.
No threes.
No threes. 2 or 4.
So if I'm actually a 3, should I just lie? Is that what?
You have to lie. You have to lie.
How about 0? Because I don't give it an F about this.
I like dugout peaks. They're cool. I don't love the parallels. Same beef I had. Why? They aren't needed. That's my only reason it's not a 5.
Yep. I hate to say it again, but I agree completely. I'm glad these cards came back in those celebration boxes because there's some really cool, unique images that we get on these cards that aren't on anything else. But they were better. In the opening day stuff, they were just incredibly rare. They were like one in every, 10,000, 5,000 packs. So now like they're just more common and there's more parallels. And I think
the base are 1 in 600 packs right now.
Yeah, it's
I don't like the parallels, and I don't like that little peeking icon. Unnecessary.
The little eyeballs.
The little eyeballs on there.
Yeah. Why can't I make a good picture of Mookie Betts? What is this photo?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not a great one. The
Why are they
Harper's cool. The Julio's great. Even the James Wood is cool. Nice low angle shot.
Low angle.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Then there's Mookie.
They're like, do we have a picture of Mookie in the dugout? And then that's it. They just like search dugout, grab the first one, print it.
Kind of walking into the dugout. Perfect.
They're so busy taking photos of Ohtani, they don't have any of Mookie anymore.
Yeah, you would think they could at least get Ohtani like in the background or something.
Oh, I was 27. I thought it was 17 for a second.
Yeah.
Like they did. All right, next card. Dynasty mascot patch autographs. How do we feel about these? These are also in the Celebrations box set.
Okay. If you bought $1,000 Dynasty box and you pulled it out and there was a mascot auto, I'm riding.
These are out of retail only celebration sets, celebration products. 3, 2, 1, go. I think they're awesome.
These are great, and they're in the product they belong to be in, and that's totally fine.
They're awesome.
They're
These
fun.
they go for there's only 10 of them, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's only like 10, 5, and 1. There's only one version. So there's like 16 total. And they're going for like $500 to $1,000 from a little cheap product. I think that's great. I think it's fun. You would not be mad to hit these. Like, there's no guaranteed hits. You wouldn't want this?
No. I mean, I would immediately sell it if they're going for $500. But no, I have
Why do
no
you
interest
hate it
in
so
that.
much?
But it's not like it's not like you'd hit this and it would mean you didn't get a patch auto of a player. Like it's just this is just in
Mhm.
there. So it's not like it's taking your hit away from something else.
That's how I rationalized it too, Chris.
Yeah. That
It's
green
not
monster
taking
card
away
is
your hit.
awesome. I love that green monster card.
It's awesome.
No.
I don't know if
hate
they're
it.
signed. Oh, sorry. What's that, Jeff?
I just think I'd be disappointed to get this. And I don't know. So do they have all the mascots from every team? So is
No.
Bernie Brewer out there?
Bernie Brewer is out there.
Ooh.
I
If
think
you
Mr.
pulled a
Net-
Bernie Brewer auto out of a $70 celebration box with your kids, you'd be really excited. You'd be happy to have that.
Only now that I know that it's $500, so I could sell it for that.
Oh, I don't think you'd sell it.
Yeah.
I would want this. If I pulled that Dinger card, I'd be really excited. But the rare, I wonder who signed them. If it's actually
Yeah.
the mascot. If it's actually the
No, it's not.
mascot, that's even cooler. If it's a
Rando.
top employee, that's kind of lame.
That
Rando
would be
and
lame.
Pops.
If there's a blooper one and I pulled it, I'd be thrilled. I wouldn't buy it for $1,000, but if I pulled it, I'd be really excited.
They are mascot worn, so they actually are like jerseys from something, by the way, which I think is cool.
Okay.
So they kept the Dynasty brand pure.
Okay.
Phil, any thoughts? I see you touching
Just
your microphone. So
yeah, just that this might be the first time in how many episodes have we done for Spitballin? 300 and something.
yeah, a lot.
The first time that Jeff and Chris have disagreed with one another.
Maybe so strongly.
Yeah.
That's
That's worth
funny.
noting. Yeah.
Good call, Phil. All right, we have one or two more. Next up, celebrations again. Big heads. 3, 2, 1, go.
Again, if I could go 0, I would.
I'm probably being too harsh. I don't. Again, they're in the right product. These are silly. They do nothing for me, but they're in those celebration boxes. That's totally. I'm fine with it. I'll be nicer too.
I think they're awesome. They're like bobbleheads. Bobbleheads is such a baseball tradition. I think they're great. They're tough pulls. They're funny.
But bobbleheads aren't made to look realistic. This is like a cartoon and trying to make it realistic.
I don't know. I like them.
This is kind of a troll job. Like it's either blatant incompetence in them trying to compensate for their lack of creativity, Fanatics, in trying to pass this off as an actual parallel, or them just blatantly trolling us. I don't know, but
I think it's that.
yeah, a pretty cool troll job. So 2 instead of a 1.
I think they're fun. So realistically, I'd be a 3 on that one, but we don't vote 3s.
I mean, these boxes aren't cheap. I know we're talking retail, but the celebration boxes are expensive.
They're $50. That's pretty normal for a retail mega box, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are they going for like right now?
I haven't seen them at 50. Are they back down to 50? Because it was like $75 or $80.
Well, that's not retail.
Yeah, it's
That's-
jumped up to like closer to 100, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But but I'm saying if you're paying that much, would you want this garbage in your box? And I'd say no.
Just don't ever pay over market. Don't ever open product. That's my takeaway.
All right.
And the last one, you ready? Oh, are you ready now?
No.
Bowman Spotlight Veteran cards. This image is very special. This is him after he hit the NLDS game-tying home run against the Padres.
Mhm.
So I was wondering if these are the Spotlight cards, are these going to become like the de facto cool moment cards? Because if so, I like it. Imagine Acuna holding the 77 bag with this image.
I
here.
mean, I
That'd be
can't.
awesome.
They never made the card, but yeah. Okay, sorry. We're
Let it
voting.
vote. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, we're all on the same page.
great.
Yeah, these are cool.
Is it? I see it's the 1 of 1. Is it just a 1 of 1?
No, this is just the only image that Topps released.
Uh,
I used these exact cards for a video I made on 5 new Topps cards that
I
people
like
should
it a
know
little
about.
bit less then. But if it's actually rare, that would be.
Oh, they're super short prints. They're hard to pull.
Yeah.
They're
like
like the Color Blast ones. They're hard to find, and they're a really nice chromium shine. It's black with a spotlight.
No, I like seeing them up their Bowman Chrome like insert game. So it's not just about prospect autos. There's cool inserts in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
This is the first veteran. I like that they released them for the veterans.
Yeah, it ensures a lot of sustainable demand from repackers to chase these case hits. So keep those people opening the product happy. They'll have an end buyer.
Look at Phil. He knows the product stuff well.
All right, is that the last one you want to share, Scott? Because we have a couple minutes. What?
That's my last one.
Okay. All right. I'm going. Hold on to your hats. So there's a set that came out recently called Topps Tribute. And I paid no heed whatsoever when this was released. I did not care about this whatsoever. And then some of the cards started popping up on eBay. And I actually looked at the checklist and I was like, oh my God, there's some really, really interesting stuff in here. So I want to show, this might be my favorite, well, one of my favorite cards I have seen all season so far.
That's awesome.
There is an insert set called Shots. So we get a player that did something great. For example, here, Bartolo Colon hitting his first career home run at age 42. We talked about this on Blabbin, I think, but what pitcher gave it up? Who remembers?
I don't.
James Shields. So he did this, and it was an incredible moment. You can see, I mean, his man boobs are flapping around on this picture. So he signs it, and then where is here we go. On the back, we have the Braves or the Mets broadcaster also signed it with the quote, that how he called the play as it happens.
Great.
And you can just I remember him saying, Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened. And it's just really cool that we have that on the card. They're both signed. All the autos are on the card, not stickers. This stuff like this is really cool. One of these actually just sold. Do you guys want to guess what? They're numbered out of 50. And there might be red parallels. I'm not 100% sure, but or it's 50. I don't know either way. But what do you guys think this card sold for?
$120.
$500.
Okay.
Whoa.
Phil?
For sale?
It's one of the first few. I couldn't say if it's first or not.
Yeah, probably 228.
Damn it, it's not on there. So I went for a best offer right around $400. So Scott was pretty close.
I thought you were going to say that James Shields was on the back.
No, that would be. I don't think he'd sign that.
Yeah,
I don't think he would be thrilled about that. But
wow,
there are some there's some really cool cards in the set. I grabbed another one and I realized after that unfortunately I grabbed the same announcer. But this is another guy that we talk about as being pretty underappreciated and disrespected by the Hall of Fame voters. So this is his card from the first no-hitter in Mets history. And called by Gary Cohen again.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So I think this is a pretty badass set.
it's a great idea. How big is the checklist?
I want to say it's 20. There's a couple Derek Jeter cards in there as well. Like that pointless walk-off against the Orioles and a couple other moments.
Love a good moment card. I love this idea. I wish they would expand it and not put it in this set. But yeah, it's a great idea.
These boxes are pretty expensive, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
More than the cost of that Cologne card, though.
What did you say?
It was more than that Bartolo card.
Yeah.
That card would not have paid the box off.
For a box.
Correct.
Which sucks. This product's a little bit too expensive for what it is to me.
Yes, I agree. There is also, hold on, let me just grab.
Stuff like this would be awesome if they would just put this in instead of those. What are the rookies they just randomly put in every product? Where they put the
Let's Go,
the gems, the hidden gems. They put in every product. If they did something like this and just put them in all the products, that would be great because they have unlimited moments that they could choose from.
Here, let's grab this one. All right, there's one other insert set in this product that I want to mention, and it's called True. It's like True to the Game. I think. Hold on. What's the back say? True to the Game. Kind of a weird name, but here's an example of one. This is the Corbin Carroll and Evan Longoria. So this is the first time, to my knowledge, Topps has taken one image, okay, and had two players sign it, which is something I like. I've pressed them to do in Stadium Club with a couple of their Stadium Club cards where they have multiple players on it. But I think this is awesome. This is a very limited checklist. I think it's either 10 or 12. And there is a Goldschmidt Arenado from last year, both on the Cardinals.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
But I think this is awesome. And there's a lot of moments like this. There's a great Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard one where they're celebrating probably a Ryan Howard home run. But I think these cards look really, really cool.
Yeah,
but
those are awesome.
Yeah. But
there was
everything from Tribute you showed is like unique, creative, in some cases funny. This is they're really putting a lot of effort in all these sets that I know the four of us don't really care about much, but if they're going to be high-end products and they're going to be around, then make them better. And that's what they're doing. So give them credit for that.
Yep. Agreed.
If there was a Larry Walker, Todd Helton one of these, I'd pay a lot for it.
I don't think there is this time. There isn't a Cunha Albies, but it's I need to see what the card looks like. It's a redemption, but that's I'm going to end up owning one of those cards.
Hopefully they're not both in the trainer's room.
Oh. Good one. Or it's like, one of them's getting carted off the field and the other one's like holding his hand. I mean, I don't need that.
Holding his hand.
Okay.
Again, this is something you could do for current players, retired players. Brewers fans would love this, like a Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks celebration type thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a product to keep an eye on going forward. Like Phil said, I give him some kudos for trying to make it better.
Yeah, I just want to show one more that there isn't a redemption.
Oh,
like, how cool is that? If you're a baseball fan in the 80s, that's awesome. It's got to be from an All-Star game, I would think.
Signatures on there.
Yeah. Very cool. So, yeah, I agree with everything Phil said. Congrats to Topps for taking a set that didn't really matter and making it better.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Interesting.
All righty.
Invest in some cases to open.
Yeah. Some investing going on.
It would actually be fun. Not fruitful, but fun.
Yeah. That's opening any Topps product this year, but that's okay. That's all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you being a part of our whole Spitballin journey. If you ever want more Spitballin content, we do have a Patreon where if you want to support us, you can get extra content every week, 1 to 2 videos, and then a live stream every month. Our live stream was this past Monday. So every month you get one of those as well where you can ask us questions. So if you ever want to join those, check it out. The link is in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.